Time is not the only kind of cost a business has or may want to charge for. Actual expenses often need to be tracked as well, and having them inside of one system can make reporting much easier for a team when it comes time to invoice. To track expenses against a project, go to Projects, then Project Cost to open the Expenses page. To add a cost, select the client and project the cost pertains to. You can also associate a person on your team with the project cost as well, which can be useful if you need to reimburse that person for the expense at a later time. Now, there are very few fields you need to fill out for a project cost, so it's up to you on how much information you want to record. If there is a waybill, PO number, or invoice number, all that can be included as a reference. You can also put in a vendor so that way you know who that expense came from. Next, select the date the expense was incurred and a description of what the item is. There are two different ways you can now put in expenses. The first is by simply putting in the total cost in the actual cost box. Now, you could leave this without a markup, but say you want to charge an extra 10% on expenses incurred. Simply click Manage, title the markup, and what percentage it will be, then hit Save New. From the dropdown, select it. Now, you will see the actual cost stays the same, which is what we incurred, but cost after markup now includes the 10%. If you're happy, you can save the cost by clicking Save New. The second way to input cost is by using items. If you have expenses that cost the same no matter what, such as travel, you can have the system do the math for you. Create an item by clicking Manage, entering the name of the item and the cost per unit. Once you have saved the item, select the item from the dropdown, then put in the quantity. The system will then put in the actual cost based on the cost per unit. If you're happy, you can save this cost as well. Now, there is one last thing worth noting. If you have Flink enabled on your account, you can attach files to the project cost itself. This is a great way to keep receipts or invoices for future reference if needed. Have any more questions regarding project costs or other areas of the system? Feel free to give us a call or email staycreative@functionfox.com, and we will be glad to help you and your team stay creative.